Hello friends, today in this lecture we are going to discuss common emitter configuration in very detailed manner. As we discuss in the common emitter configuration, emitter terminal is common. So it acts as a common for both input as well as output. So input voltage is applied between V base to emitter and output voltage is taken from collector and emitter. Now in case of this common emitter configuration, the input voltage or input signal is applied between base and emitter, and the output is obtained between collector and emitter, which is VCE. Now the input impedance of this common emitter configuration is very low, and the output impedance of common emitter configuration is very high. The current flowing into the transistor is emitter current, which is IE is equal to IB plus IC. That already we have discussed in the current equation of transistor. Okay? Yes. Now listen here. In this circuit diagram, if you observe, now I am going to discuss the circuit diagram. In this circuit diagram, if you observe, this is called as RB, which is a base resistance, and the current flowing through the base terminal is IB. Okay. This is a load which is connected to the collector terminal, and this VBE battery provides the forward bias between this emitter and base, and this VCE provides reverse bias between this collector and emitter. Okay? Yes. Current flowing through the collector is IC. Now listen here. The current gain of the transistor means actually what? That we have to discuss. Current gain. It means what? Suppose there are 100 electrons are emitted by emitter, out of which 2 electrons are recombined into the base and remaining 98 electrons enters into collector. Second case also 100 electrons are emitted, but now 5 electrons are recombined with the holes inside the base. So remaining 95 electrons are enters into collector. So in these two particular cases, the current is less. Which current? Collector current is less in the second case because the base current has increased. So gain means what? Gain means ratio of output upon input. So the ratio of collector current to base current in common emitter configuration is called as beta DC, common emitter current gain of transistor, that is IC upon IB. Now gain of the transistor is more. Gain of the transistor is more means actually what? It is not to increase the collector current, but it is to decrease the base current. So when you decrease the base current, that time this beta increases. It means what? You have to decrease the base current. It means you have to decrease the recombination inside the base. So due to the decrement in the recombination, there is a decrease in the base current, so collector current increases to satisfy this equation. IE is equal to IB plus IC. Okay. Now there is another important current gain, that is alpha DC, which is a current gain of the transistor in common base configuration. That is ratio of collector current to emitter current in common base configuration. That is alpha DC is IC upon IE. This is the important formula. Now listen here, these alpha and beta, these are the common base and common collector configurations. Now in this, suppose this beta, which is always greater than 1, and this alpha is less than 1. Why? What is the reason? Listen here. This IB, which is the base current of transistor, is in microampere, and the collector current of transistor is in milliampere. So basically this beta is very greater than 1, and its range it lies between 50 to 200. Okay. Now this alpha is less than 1. What is the reason? Because it's a ratio of IC upon I. So I, suppose I am considering 100. In that case, IC is suppose I am considering only 2 electrons are recombined. So in this case, 98 electrons able to manage cross the junction, so that there is a collector current. So ratio of 98 upon 100, which is less than 1. Suppose 5 electrons recombines. So 95 upon 100, it is also less than 1. It means this alpha, which is a common base current gain, is always less than 1. Common emitter current in beta is always greater than 1. And to increase the beta or increasing the beta means to decrease the base current or to decrease the recombination inside the base. So that's why the width of the base is less in case of the transistor. Okay. Now listen here. Relation between alpha and beta, these are the important. This beta DC is equal to IC upon IB. Now we know that this IB is nothing but IE minus IC as per this equation. So I have substituted here. So E is equal to 1 upon IE upon IC minus 1. So this beta DC is equal to 1 upon this IE upon IC means 1 upon alpha minus 1, which comes out to be what? Alpha upon 1 minus alpha. So beta DC is equal to alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC. So this is an important relation between beta and alpha. Now suppose this beta is greater than 1 and alpha is less than 1. If this quantity is less than 1, then 1 minus something which is less than 1, definitely answer should be less than 1. Now this alpha is divided by less than 1 quantity, it becomes more value. That's why beta is greater than 1, alpha is less than 1. Beta DC is equal to alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC. Now second, suppose alpha DC is equal to IC upon I. So definitely IC upon I means IB plus IC. Now it can be written as 1 upon IB plus IC plus 1. Now this IB plus IB upon IC, okay, this alpha DC is equal to 1 upon IB upon IC plus 1. This IB upon IC is nothing but 1 upon beta. So which can be written as 1 upon beta plus 1. After simplifying it, this alpha DC is beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC. So this is the relation between alpha and beta. Now if you observe, this beta is greater than 1, 1 plus beta which is greater than 1. So this ratio is always less than 1. That's why alpha is less than 1. So alpha is beta by beta plus 1 and beta is alpha by 1 minus alpha. Okay, yes. Now there is another important term, that is gamma, which is called as common collector current. We have discussed it, which is a ratio of output current to input current. Now listen how to write this formula. For common collector, collector is common, so definitely output current is either emitter current or base current. I already told you, whenever base current is always taken as input current, so definitely remaining current is emitter current. That's why output by input, emitter current upon base current, it is a common collector in gamma. And this gamma is definitely what? Gamma is equal to, now I means what? 1 plus I is equal to IB plus IC. So IB plus IC upon IB, which is 1 plus IC by IB, which is 1 plus beta, is equal to gamma. Now listen here. Gamma is 1 plus beta. What is the reason? How to prove it? Listen here. Beta is greater than alpha. Okay, and beta is the ratio of IC upon IB, and gamma is the ratio of IE upon IB. Definitely between IE and IC, which current is greater? Definitely IE, because 100 it is emitter. So to make IC equal to I, we have to add something into IC. Okay, it means it should be greater than 1. Okay, that's why this is 1 plus beta. Clear? That's why this gamma is 1 plus beta. So in this particular equation, beta is IC upon IB. Why? Because it is a common emitter. So emitter is common. So definitely emitter current cannot be taken as input or output. So definitely you have to take output as collector current, input is base current. In common base is common. So definitely you can't take base current as a input current or output current. So definitely output current is emitter current and collector current, output current is collector current and input current is emitter current, because base is common. That's why you are getting alpha is IC upon I. So you have to remember alpha, beta, relation between alpha and beta. Alpha is IC by I, beta is IC by IB, and gamma is IE by IB, and alpha is beta by beta plus 1 and beta is alpha upon 1 minus alpha and gamma is equal to 1 plus beta. So these are the important current gains in transistor configurations. Now we are going to discuss characteristics of transistor. As we discuss the different configurations of this BJT, that is CE configuration, CB configuration and CC configuration, in which now we are going to discuss the characteristics of common emitter configuration, because it is important. Before discussing the characteristics, let us consider the circuit diagram in which this BJT is a NPN type BJT. Input current is base current, then collector current is the output current, and emitter terminal emits emitter current. Now arrangement consists of this VBB, it is a variable supply voltage. What is the function of that voltage? To provide the base to emitter voltage across across the junction, so that junction becomes forward bias and that transistor conducts. Another supply voltage VCC, which is also variable, and it is connected so that voltage across the terminal collector and emitter is maintained for the proper biasing. Now if you divide this particular circuit into two halves, then there is an input side and output side. So basically there are two types of characteristics are present. First is input characteristics, second one is output characteristics. Input characteristic relates input current and input voltage. Output characteristics relates output voltage and output current. Now as I already discussed, depending on the type of configuration, you have to decide which is the input current, which is the input voltage. Suppose this is a NPN transistor, then this input current for this transistor is IB, because it is in common emitter configuration, and input voltage is VBE. So the graph of input voltage and input current is called as input characteristics, means it consists of the variation of base current with variation in base to emitter voltage. This is called as input characteristics. Clear? Okay. Now initially what happens when the supply is on, that time the base current is very small. This base current is very small because 0.7 volt is not provided to this transistor. So transistor is in off state. Okay. Now once the 0.7 volt is reached, now transistor becomes on. And if we try to plot the graph of VB and IB, so suppose this VB is 0.2, VBE is adjusted to 0.2, that time current is 0, it means this point. Suppose the VB is 0.4, then again current is 0. Now at 0.6 also current is 0, but once it reaches to 0.7 volt, this VB is 0.7 volt, what happens? Current increases and its value is 20 microamps. Okay, because base current is measured in microampere. So this base current is in microamps. So it is 20 microamps for 0.7 volt. Afterwards for 0.8 volt, again the current is 40 microamps. Clear? Okay. Now if I consider these two readings, reading number 4 and reading number 5, in which the base current is IB 20 microamps and the corresponding base to emitter voltage is 0.7 volt, and base current again is 40 microamps and the corresponding base to emitter voltage is 0.8 volt, and I try to calculate the slope of this graph. So slope is what? Y by x, change in y upon change in x. Change in y means difference between these two. 40 minus 20 upon change in x is 0.8 minus 0.7. So slope is 200 microampere per volt. This is a slope, 200 microampere per volt. Now
Slope is what? Delta IB upon delta VB. If I take reciprocal of that, what I am getting? Delta VB by delta IB. This is called as what? Resistance, input resistance or input dynamic resistance. This is a term. So input dynamic resistance of common emitter configuration is equal to change in base to emitter voltage, the ratio of change in base to emitter voltage to change in base current at constant VCE. So this is also important. So in case of these input characteristics, there is a variation of base current with variation in base to emitter voltage, provided that the VCE should be constant. Okay, yes. So now we will calculate this input dynamic resistance. So this is 40 minus 20 by 0.8 minus 0.7, so that the slope is 200. If I take reciprocal of that slope, then I am getting input resistance is 1 upon 200 volt per microampere, and in that case input resistance is 5 kilo ohm. So input resistance of common emitter configuration is 5 kilo ohms. So it is high. So this is the important characteristics of common emitter configuration. Input characteristics is very, very high. So input resistance is very, very high. That is 5 kilo ohms. So this is about input characteristics. Clear? Okay. Now I am going towards output characteristics of common emitter configuration. As it suggests output characteristics, it means it relates output current and output voltage at constant input current. It is a generalized definition of output characteristics, but specifically it is a CE configuration. So output current is IC, output voltage is VCE, and input current is IB. So it is a graph of output current, that is collector current, variation of collector current with VCE, provided IB is equal to constant. So this is called as output characteristics. Clear? Okay. This is a graph of output characteristics of transistor. If you observe this graph, what you are observing? Suppose these are the different lines, horizontal lines for different base currents. So as VCE increases, okay, as VCE increases, then definitely what happens? As VCE increases, there is not large amount of change in collector current. If you consider, I am setting this base current at 10 microamps, which is constant value, and afterwards I am changing this VCE, so that this is a straight line. What it indicates? It indicates current is almost constant. Why it is almost constant? Means constant only. What is the reason for that? Collector to base junction is reverse bias. So IC is independent on VCE. It means even though you are changing what? VCE, that is a collector to emitter voltage, there is no any change in the collector current, provided IB, which is the base current, it should be constant. Clear? Okay. What is the reason for that? Reverse bias of collector to base junction. Now suppose I am considering second case, in which now IB has increased to 30 microamps. Now collector current also increases to 4 milliamps. It means, if you observe this point, IC is large for larger value of IB at VC equal to constant. It means IC increases when IB, that time IB, when the IB increases. So increment in IC results due to increment in IB. Clear? Okay. So this is the output characteristics of transistor. Okay. Now listen here, important point. We have to do some calculations based on these output characteristics. Suppose this is a table which consists of VCE and IC. If VCE is 1 volt, that time IC is 1.8 milliamps. If VCE is 2 volt, that time IC is 1.9 milliamps. And afterwards, for 3, 4, 5, it is constant. So this is a point. Initially it is changing, afterwards constant. Now if I try to calculate the slope of that graph, then what is the slope? What slope I am getting for that particular graph, which is actually, slope is nothing but delta. Okay, that slope is nothing but what? Y by x. So change in y, if I am taking this reading, so in this case what will happen? Y2 minus y1, it means actually what? Suppose 4 minus 2 upon what? I am getting 4 minus 2 upon, at what point I am getting values? Suppose collector current is 2 and 4 at this point. So 4 minus 2 upon change in x, it means VCE. So it is getting me at, suppose 6 minus 4. It means what? If you try to calculate it is actually what? 2 by 2, which is actually 1 slope. But if you try to observe, at particular this collector current is milliamps. So you are getting answer is in milliampere per volt. This is a slope. So if you try to take the reciprocal of this, then you are getting the output resistance of this common emitter configuration. So in this way you can calculate the input and output resistance of your CE configuration. So this is a definition of output resistance. What it tells? Output dynamic resistance is equal to delta VCE upon delta IC. Okay, so at constant IB. So this is a output dynamic resistance of BJT when it is in CE configuration. So from the input and output characteristics, what is the important conclusions? You are able to calculate input dynamic resistance and output dynamic resistance for different configuration. We have calculated it for only CE because CE configuration is important from practical point of view. Okay, so in this lecture we discuss transistor in CE configuration. We discuss various currents gain and input and output characteristics of transistor in CE configuration. Thank you.